Hello, fellow doodlers. From pencil, pen, paint, digital, or any other mediums, how's your day so far? You know, we artists are not perfect. That much is obvious. We can't get something done flawlessly and effortlessly from first try. Well, maybe sometimes we can. Some artists can, but the large majority of us cannot. But as we experience more and, draw more, we at least begin to do things right. Not perfect, but correct. And the process of making it there is not, and I mean absolutely not easy. I am still in the middle of that process, and I am far from being the artist of my ideals. But though I am not there yet, I have observed things that kind of hinders your progress, sometimes a lot if it's really bad. And so, in this video, you will know about the 5 art mistakes that hinders your progress. Who knows, maybe some of these mistakes are present in your art and you just don't realize it. I'll be telling these mistakes in no specific order, and keep in mind that I will not be focusing in one concept of art only. I'll be looking at art generally. So these mistakes may be in anatomy, then colors, etc. etc. Disclaimer: everything that I'll say in this video are products of my own self-taught experience and research. So if you have different opinions or different perspective of things, of course, feel free to express them down below in the comments, respectfully, of course. And with that, let's get started. Values are very important if you want to lessen the flatness of your drawings. Unless, of course, that's your intention, then go on. Not only that, but values help with contrast. It helps the viewer's eyes see the different elements of a drawing and see where certain lines end or start. For example, in this drawing, the sudden transition from dark to light helps me see where the leg starts and where the shorts ends. If I shaded these two elements with the same value, I would not have been able to see the separation. The drawing would look like an AI-generated piece because it looks like the elements are morphing into each other. The best way to see values is the grayscale method. Just take your artwork and turn on a black and white filter or use the grayscale feature in your drawing program. Trust me, it will make your drawing feel more three-dimensional and not flat. I guess we could say it's very valuable. Ha! My jokes really add colors to my videos. Speaking of colors, the next... Now this can be a very useful tool, if you know what you're doing, of course. And it honestly also depends on your art style, but it will only look good if done intentionally. If not, the drawing would look all over the place with no focal point. If you don't know, saturation is the intensity of a color. Let's take this color as an example. Let's just color pick that, and if we look at the color wheel, it's like in the middle, not super saturated, but not super unsaturated. Now let's color pick this color, and as we can see, it is almost in the same saturation, not too saturated and not too unsaturated. Kind of in the middle, just like the other color that we color picked earlier. They're in the same saturation level. Now having these colors in the same saturation level helps a lot with harmonizing the artwork. This way, not certain elements will not have unnecessary focus on them because the entire artwork is balanced unless I saturate certain colors to emphasize them. That's when it becomes strategic. Now, using super saturated colors might help with giving your drawings a focal point, but then again, that requires intention and knowledge about what you're doing. If you do it carelessly, like say you oversaturated the hair, the eyes, the clothes, but the skin is so pale, the drawing would look unequal and the skin would fall out of focus from the viewer's eyes. But if we use it to emphasize certain elements, let's say the eyes, then I'll make the eyes colors super saturated and very bright so that the viewers would look at it more. If you want your drawing to look more harmonious, then using colors with the same saturation will help a lot. It doesn't matter how saturated a color is, you can use vampire pale, dead, jaundice colors to nuclear neon eye-bleeding colors, as long as you use the same saturation for any other color you will use in the drawing. Then the next mistake. Wow! Here it is. The elephant in the room. We all know that we can go wrong with anatomy in a lot of ways, but I want to focus on overlaps specifically. Bodies will overlap no matter what, unless your style is very cartoony, then do whatever you need to do. But for my style specifically, I like my bodies to look three-dimensional, like they are in the same space as I am, and not a white void of pixels. Now, when it comes to anatomy, the list can be endless. I cannot count how many mistakes you and I make when it comes to anatomy. Anatomy is like so incomprehensible, I can't explain. But we are going to focus on overlaps for this video. You see this Y kind of pattern that occurs in other parts of the artwork? I saw this tip from a video on Facebook. I forgot his name, but in the video he mentioned these Y patterns. And the more I look at my art, I realized he was right. I've been applying this method on my art without even realizing it. This Y pattern helps you see where the subject in front is and which one is behind the other element. It helps with depth. If you want your drawings to look more 3D, then practicing overlaps can be very, very helpful. And now we get wow! When you're drawing, then you keep going back to the same part over and over and over again just to make that part look absolutely perfect without even realizing that the other parts need attention as well. It took me so long to get out of that habit, and I still do this sometimes. When you focus too much on one part of the drawing, chances are you will lose motivation to finish the other parts. And so you just try to speed run through all of them, and the artwork would look uneven. You can work from big to small, focus on the bigger picture, and then later go back to those small parts and refine them. And the last wow! Now this, a lot of beginner artists do this, well, including me. It can happen when shading and applying lights in your drawings. Don't be a coward. Use a hard brush. Give your drawings some hard edges. Don't be scared to draw bold brush strokes. Define the edges of a certain element. Not only does it help with making the drawing look correct, but also three-dimensional. Using hard edges help a lot when it comes to adding depth and shape. Now we get to special mentions. Now for some special mentions that didn't make it to the list because doing them don't require intensive practice and knowledge. First, not flipping the canvas. Please, please, please do not forget to flip your canvas. I can't emphasize enough just how helpful it is. When you're drawing, you get so used to the image in front of you and you can't get a new perspective on it. Flipping the canvas will help a lot with seeing your mistakes and stuff. When sketching, there are no wrongs yet. What you want to focus on is the silhouette and flow of your drawing, not anatomical correctness or accuracy. No, not yet. Just focus on the vibe, the mood, the form, and shape language of your drawing for now. And don't forget to zoom out so that you see the whole picture, not just one part. Focus on making it all look cohesive before you go in for the very small details. Like I said, work from big to small. Now, I know I've said this so many times now, but it's just so true. When you're drawing without having fun, what's the purpose of that? Of course, there are some exceptions, like if you are studying, then of course it'll be boring, but you should keep the balance between doing something you like and improvement. Because in the end, you are still studying so that you can have fun later, when you know what you're doing, of course. Don't forget to reward yourself every now and then. Alrighty, that's all I had to say for this video. I hope you enjoyed it and found some points helpful. Good luck on your art journey, and until then, see you next time. Keep doodling. Goodbye.